Who we got this time?
All right. Well, it's fan favorite. That break. If you're watching this on like YouTube or the Twitch archives, you'll have no idea how long that break was. I know how long it was in real time, like 30 seconds, because as soon as I stopped the stream and I muted the microphone, JB said, round 3 pairings are up. But anyway, like I said, in this round we'll have everyone's favorite, Adam Vickers, under the camera.
He's kind of loud.
I couldn't find. I was kind of in a pinch out there. The people started sitting down before I could figure out who I wanted to play. So it'll be Vickers, and then he'll be playing Brandon Hart again, who we saw in the bonus match of round 1, since Joseph Deal's round 1 match lasted exactly 10 minutes.
Who's the baller?
Yeah, well, he didn't have the nut draw that one game. And then Brandon Hart, as we saw earlier, was playing Reanimator.
Right.
I want to call it Frites, because Reanimator is lots of more letters. Alright. JB, do you have anything you would like to add?
No, I do not.
Do you want to have not any plugs for Lost Legion games and comics? I've already mentioned that tomorrow is Magic Celebration Day. Is it starting at 12?
It is starting at 1.
1 o'clock.
Everything starts at 1.
Everything in life starts at 1. So that's starting off tomorrow.
And why would you not show up to get a free pack?
Seriously.
We talked about this earlier. The only skill you need to play in that tournament is the ability to open cellophane wrapped Magic cards. And I imagine that you would even, as a shop owner, would even volunteer to open someone's pack should they be incapable.
Should they require it, I'm sure we could make arrangements.
I have no thumbs.
But see, but all joking aside, did you play in that last? Were you playing last year at that point?
I didn't play last year. No.
It was a lot of fun. We played, like I said, we had.
What is that loud?
There was enough. Yeah, that and Adam wonders why we have that camera mic muted. That's exactly why. But like I said, last year, Wizards. I mean, it's all gratis on Wizards. They send the packs to the stores. It's a great way. I mean, it's a good advertising tool for them to get new players into the game. But then also, it's just fun for people to get free Magic cards. They send enough prize support. They send enough boxes that we actually played 2 mini-master tournaments, 2 4-round mini-masters. Adam Vickers was the mini-master the first time around. Yours truly dominated the second time around.
Nice.
Because the rare in my first pack was Grim Lavamancer.
Oh, not bad.
It was, in that format, it's pretty good.
So how does it work when you win around, you get an additional pack?
Yeah, all the winners get an additional pack and are paired against the winners. The losers are not out. It's not like a true mini-master. A true mini-master, they would stop at that point. Yeah, and then if you win, you can win, you get a free pack and you can win up to 4 additional packs.
Do those get added into your deck?
Yes.
Or do you substitute cards?
Yeah, the first round, you only play with, it's like a pack wars. You take 2 of each basic land and your pack, shuffle them together and play. After that, you build 30 card decks.
Okay, cool.
And while we've been talking here, we're well underway. Adam casting one of his exclusive promo alternate art Ponders that he's blacked out literally everything on.
They'll be on eBay later.
That's what that guy. He would. I guarantee you, if you sent me a Ponder, Adam Vickers would alter and sign that for you. So just hit me up in the chat.
If he's your hero and your favorite person to watch on our stream, send us Ponders.
Adam Vickers will sign them and alter them.
And black them out and probably touch them inappropriately.
And he will cast 5 of them every game that is ever on. Okay, so the turn 3 Faithless Looting ends up binning a Norn.
I don't think Adam plays any counter spells in this deck, though.
This is just like an aggro deck. This is just like the blue-white mid-range deck he played last week, except splashing green for what? Thragtusk? Is he playing Quirion Dryad?
No.
What?
Academy Township?
Is Thragtusk really the only green card?
Excuse me. I want to say so. I do. I helped him build it for the tournament. You think I'd know? Would you gentlemen like some gum?
I'm not much of a gum guy, actually. Thank you, though.
I was going to offer you two of my last 2 pieces, too.
And if anyone watching would like some gum, just come down to Lost Legion Games and Comics.
Not from me.
Oh, he's out. So Brandon's just...
Adam's deck's more resilient to the Frites, I believe, than most aggro's. He has the Restoration Angels. And
Oh, he's not even really... Not to abuse, like, Magic terminology,
Paper
but...
snacks, too.
Uh-huh.
He's on the beat down here. Not to reuse a bunch of Magic terminology, but his deck is pretty mid-range at this point. I mean, it's not really an aggro. He's got a lot of higher
He
end
has
threats,
no
right?
1-drops.
Well, that's a full art ponder for Adam. he hates the lore ones, right? I don't like him either.
My favorite. But I'm difficult.
My favorite card in Magic.
Mimic Bat?
Last week, I talked about it so... There's not a deck that should be playing one of them. That's probably factually incorrect.
I was trying
That's
to.
definitely correct for EDH. There's not an EDH deck out there that wouldn't benefit.
I traded for yet another one today, in fact.
If you have an EDH deck with no creatures in it, you
There's-
still play Mimic Bat.
There's only 2 kinds of decks that play Mimic Bat. The kind that have creatures, and the kind that kill creatures.
Yep.
And if you're playing a deck that doesn't do either of those 2 things, you're playing Legacy, at which point it doesn't matter what you... Mimic Bat is moot. So we missed a day, which resulted in an Angel under the Vat. Oh, that's so much value. How good is this going to be?
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Because Brandon's playing O-Ring, right? Is that his only answer to Mimic Vat?
I assume, but I mean, it's
He might have Ancient Rush.
Well, that being said, like, he has a deck playing Gristle Brand, so like he has enough reach to beat like gaining 5 life a turn. But if he gets the Thragtusk under there, well, but I mean, even with the Angel under there, that's just as good, right?
Yeah, that'll accomplish the same thing.
The only problem being that you can't blink it and then attack with it. So
Well, can you blink on their end step and still have it around on your turn?
Absolutely.
yes, yeah, but he's not gonna have the mana to do it this time. Well, there you go. That's basically
That's saved him. Let's keep
it goes in the
there.
graveyard. Remind me during the sideboarding portion to tell Adam that the card that was exiled with Mimic
Is
Bat.
it? I thought it only did once you put a new card on it.
Oh, is that the way it works?
Yeah, if the Mimic Bat dies, it stays exiled
Okay.
forever.
But if you imprint...
But if you re-imprint, the other
Yes.
card comes back. So Adam gains 25. Did he just play? He played that other Angel from hand.
What's he got out there? What kind of token is that? Oh, that's the Beast token.
And he attacked for 5, right? So
I
Brandon's at
think
8.
so. So what Elishnorn doesn't get.
Elishnorn's not really the card, and that's why they only play like one of them usually. Like the Elishnorn's not really that good against most of the decks that are popular right now.
I think Gristlebrand holds it back. right now.
Gristlebrand is good against everything.
Yeah.
That is unburial rights for Elishnorn.
I mean, that might buy him a turn or 2, but he's still in.
It doesn't kill
I don't
anything.
think it buys him a turn.
I mean, it shrinks him down to 1,
3
3,
power off the attack.
1, so 5. He only has 5 power to do.
Adam just damages it, it's over. I'm so good at this game.
Yep, there we go. Right, go ahead, attack for a
So
million.
good.
Yeah. Why aren't you on the Pro Tour, man? So I have missed some kind of life total here. I think Brandon marked himself down to 1.
I've only won one Grand Prix trial in my day.
I won 1. There's 12 people, and Matt Elliott scooped to me in the finals. No, he scooped to me in the semifinals. Then Silent Bob, he drew like 3 lands over 2 games, and I beat him with Wolfram Lamp.
There was 10 people in mine. It was Time Spiral Sealed,
So hold on a second. We just
the Kadal
he gets the token, which is a 1/1, right?
Is that a fresh
He
one out
he
there?
well he flashed the rights, got the Norn, then Slagstormed creatures.
Ooh,
That's good.
Yeah.
better than the 3/3 bashes it. Still
Wait,
not
is it
dead? Okay.
No, come on. Did someone say like 1,000 life? I could have missed.
Playing a 2-player
I,
commander.
I think it's perfectly possible that I missed 1 life total adjustment, but I didn't miss like all of them. I can just beat infinite life.
We'll get out here, Adam.
Well, I have, barring some kind of technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen, I have posted the giveaway tweet on Twitter. So make sure to follow. Make sure to retweet. 2 conditions of eligibility. You must be following me. You must retweet that. Your name goes in a hat. We pick it out. I mail you magic cards. Everyone is better off for it. People in this room not eligible.
I might still follow you on Twitter, though. Do you tweet occasionally or frequently?
Here's the thing about Twitter. Well, here's the thing about Twitter. Twitter does not work on my network. Straight firewalled. You know.
That seems good for productivity.
Well, it's not bad. You know what's not blocked at work? YouTube. Explain to me how that works.
Could be. Like, I need to look up how to fix my computer.
You know what's funny about that is you would think, oh, YouTube works at work, you would never get anything done. It's actually counterintuitive, because I actually get more work done when I have YouTube, because here's what I do. A lot of my work tasks are computer-based, and not data entry, but I got to crunch some numbers, right?
Right.
So if I get bored, or, you know, I'm not really having my get up and go work ethic-wise, I'll wander about, I'll talk to the secretary, I'll go get some coffee, I'll waste time that way. But if I got a YouTube video up of some guy that goes to arcades in Pittsburgh and plays a claw machine and documents it on video, that keeps me in my chair. And that's exactly what I watched yesterday for like 3 hours. There's this kid that has a YouTube channel. He has his own claw machine. He's like really good at it. And he knows all about, like, did you know this? Did you know some claw machines are programmed with a payout schedule, like a slot machine?
Oh, yeah.
So they only, you know, if you look at a claw machine and sometimes it looks like it didn't close all the way, that's because it didn't. Because they're set to pay out like only 1 out of every 30 times. And he knows like which models do that and which ones. He still plays the ones that don't because he's addicted, I think. But stuff like that's interesting. But I have 2 monitors. I keep that set up on the other monitor, and then I do my spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets.
I'll boot up my favorite podcast team.
The A Team. Is that an inadvertent sponsored? Shout out to.
I'm hoping one day,
the
maybe
A-Team.
3 years down the road, they'll invite me to.
Who is on the A-Team? Is that Medina's podcast?
Medina, KYT.
That's the man deprived guy. They're Canadian, right?
Jay Boosh
and your mom.
I'm an awful listener. I don't know what her name is.
I don't listen to any magic podcasts.
That's the only one I
like. And it's not because I'm somehow better than that. It's not an elitist thing. I simply just don't really listen to. I don't really want to. That's not correct. I listened to the first episode of Matt Kranstuber's Joy of Cubing, where he talked to Eric Klug.
I like them because they're very laid back and they just talk about magic and then random shit all through it. Mm-hmm. And last night on their live stream, we talked about very inappropriate things. That probably can't be mentioned on this live stream.
Yeah, we like to keep this right here is for the kids. This is rated G for good stuff.
I'm gonna take this home. I'm gonna make my 4-year-old watch this over and over until he learns how to play Frites.
Is Christopher conscious of magic? Does he understand what's going on?
He has his own cards. He has.
My wife has her own cards.
He has like 60 random basic lands and commons and uncommons. And I think I gave him a Nephrox. Yeah, I mean, he lays what he does is I make sure there's lots of duplicates, and he gets on the coffee table and he sorts them out by like these are all forests, and he puts them together and makes a big spread on the coffee table, and then he tells me he beat me. So, I'm over
That's a pretty good strategy. You should tell your opponent that you beat him.
I'm definitely lifetime in the negative against my 4-year-old.
Well, these guys are taking a billion years to sideboard. I will remind everyone that the archives, obviously if you're watching the stream now, you know where the stream is. But if you're watching this on the archives, our stream is live every Friday night at twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic. And then it archives there as well temporarily, so you can watch those rounds on Twitch. But permanently, they'll be archived on YouTube. My username is ZachSellsMagic, so you can either go to that URL or you can just search for Zach Sells Magic, all one word. I did find this out too. If you're using the Twitch.tv app on your phone, at least on Android phones, you need to search for the channel Zach Sells Magic with Zach Sells and Magic all capitalized. I don't know why that is.
I tried that earlier today. I left it all lowercase and it didn't work, and I got angry and I said this app sucks balls, and I just turned it off.
Well, I don't understand why That seems kind of it doesn't seem intuitive to me, but I have found that to be the solution to that problem. So if you want to watch on your phone, and to be quite honest, the quality's pretty good. You can watch on the phone, but make sure you search for. You can you only have to do it once, and then you can bookmark it. But search for Zach Sells Magic with all 3 words capitalized.
I'm gonna go ahead and try this right now.
Test it out.
Confirm it.
Through the beauties of modern technology, why don't you prove me a liar on the internet?
That app got me through lots of midnight shifts at work.
When you were a security guard?
Yep. I would watch lots of Twitch.
I would imagine that, and listen to a lot of podcasts, and probably solitairing a lot of decks.
You know how hard I play that elf deck so well?
You just solitaire it every day.
I would solitaire for 7 hours a night.
Nailed it? How many people are watching?
It says 0. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that it's more than that.
There are 36 people.
All right, tell you what, I'm going to click on it. Now we have 1 person watching. As soon as this loads
I
up.
appreciate that. I goldfished Legacy Elves for, I'd say, literally 30 hours a week.
You know, I have been in the works of actually getting that deck and putting it together. Because I think the remnants of your deck now belong to Hunter. And I told him that I would consider trading for it. Because it's just good to have around. I know the good version plays mirror entities and all that stuff.
No, it doesn't. That's the
I just want to cast it.
It needs prop rotations there to get multiple Gauss Cradles.
Yeah, they're taking a sweet time.
Are we going to cover Charcon, the Invitational Qualifier?
Is he down to 5 now?
And States?
I would love to do that, but I don't think the current setup that we have, and for those of you, I mentioned it last week, but for those of you unaware, this is all hardwired. We have an actual, we're actually cabled into the camera out there, so I'm limited by the setup. Couldn't really do Charcon or States with commentary, and I don't really think
we could do Charcon because they have the barriers up to do like D&D and stuff. We could use.
Yeah, but they're not very soundproof. Not that this is really soundproof, but I mean we could think about it.
There's a lot more background.
Also, you need to factor this in too. Relies on internet. I don't bring my internet. Well, I'm not saying that they won't have internet, but I'm not saying that we'll have internet that's any good.
I know you have to pay for it at the Civic Center because you have to buy the.
It's not going to be at the Civic Center. The States isn't because they're not available.
Oh.
They really didn't give them. Well, I don't want to go into the details for everybody.
There's like the Holiday Inn and the Ramada right over here.
Yeah, they're in the process of trying to find someplace. I'm sure they will.
Not a whole lot of action.
And that state Magic tournaments will be October 13th this year.
It's right after rotation.
Yeah. First week. So
my God, it's going to be fun.
Meanwhile, these gentlemen have started playing Magic again, and we see a turn 3 Blade Splicer, which is immediately Doombladed. Well, the token is Doombladed. Looting. He has like, oh, there's a Gristlebrand. You can always tell which fatties he had in his hand because he just immediately slams them down. Get in there. Or one. Adam gets a better view. So did he pass here? So passing there means he has an angel, right? Can you see it in his hand?
I mean, he should.
I see a Sun Titan. Yeah, we're now looking at the coverage on Michael's cell phone on the Twitch app.
What's the delay? It's not too bad.
Looks pretty good. I think in my testing there was like about a 10 to 15 second delay.
The quality's fantastic though.
Yeah, technology has reached a point now where any random idiot like myself can just plug things in and it works with only minor tweaks. There we see a Spellskite, yeah.
I know he was scrambling for those earlier.
He runs those main.
They block golden tokens all day, unless there's a township involved.
It seems like a perfectly good tempo card.
Is there a township involved?
2, 3, 4. No, there's none on the table.
I think it would have got used.
Adam gets in there for 4. I know he's got a Sun Titan in his hand.
Every bit counts though.
Well, I mean, that's all those cards are. Oops. That's a sideboard card, right?
What is it?
Hero?
Oh, yeah. No, he plays Hero, man.
He does?
Pretty sure he plays 1.
Jeez. Is Gristlebrand even good here? What is this? He's going to Doomblade the Hero.
Oh, the Angel.
O-Ring the Hero.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather have dead? I think I'd rather have the Hero dead for good. Hero brings friends, man, when he comes. He's a beating.
That's true, but if he gets rid of the O-ring and he O-ring the Angel, then he's going to get another gold token out of it.
Or a Thragtusk or something major nuts.
Yeah, that's a good point. And further proof that I may have no idea what I'm talking about.
Adam got in for one there.
Yeah, you got in for one. And he's
And there's also O-rings.
Well, you knew his draw was pretty good because he pitched that Day of Judgment immediately.
Sure. Yeah, he didn't attack. What's he got over there?
He has nothing in his hand.
Adam's got a butt load.
Plink that token. Do it. I mean, that one.
Spellskites have the ground locked up.
That's a 5-turn clock.
That's all he needs.
That Thragtusk? That's going to be dangerous.
Yes, that is a Thragtusk.
It's good. Especially with him up.
Unburial rights on Gristlebrand.
I'd assume. Adam's just going to image it. Just fart all over him.
He can't draw either.
Can you spellskite the image target?
No, it's not targeted. That's why you can...
Oh, okay, you can image anything, yeah. Dice and stuff.
Is he running any big dudes that aren't legendary?
Ooh.
Sun Titan.
Spellskite that.
I got a little loud there.
So that's...
That was a great Day of Judgment.
Turned up Golem means beast token.
I agree with that.
He has another day in his hand, right?
There's an image.
So just gonna beat with... Yep, it's no Gristlebrand.
He has another day.
He just wants to image it in real life, doesn't he? And then draw 7 and image it over and over and over.
He doesn't have that image.
Yes, he does.
You can't do anything in response to that, right? The legend rule is a state-based effect. Is it immediate?
You have to do it before he comes into play. Yeah. Like, he plays an image, like, I'm gonna draw 7 or something.
Which doesn't look like he did. I guess he didn't want to go to 4.
No, I think that's pretty greedy, I think.
Lingering Souls?
No, he has a Mormon Haunt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Seems fun. I like this deck a lot. I mean, I was only going to play a deck that has Sun Titan chains in it. So, might as well put
Usually it's just control, though.
So he's getting in there for 4, right?
No, Adam is playing Mana Leaks, I'm sorry.
How do you know?
Because I remember I had to learn him for.
So he draws Lingering Souls off the top.
That buys him all turns.
He can flash it right back, right? Now's the point where we see if he has 4 tokens. Last week, Adam Vickers only had 3 tokens.
He still has 3.
That's the worst number to have. If you have one more or one less, it's perfect. Well, it's perfect in... So, trades the... Chumps the... Is it make a beast token, the Thragtusk?
Yeah.
Chumps the beast and trades with the Morland Haunt token. What did you see there off the ponder? I saw Terminus. Doesn't matter. I just saw Terminus, which can't be good here, right?
He's already got the day. Doesn't need any more. Needs Sun Titan, right?
Sun Titan. He has it in his hand.
He needs something to get that last 4 damage through.
He has it in his hand, but I think he hasn't been playing it because he doesn't want to...
Get dayed himself.
Yeah, I think he's anticipating having today. See, here's the Titan. And he has a surgical extraction in his hand now, so now he doesn't have to worry about overextending.
Do you just extract the days now?
I think I would... No, I think he would extract the...
A burial?
Well, I mean, there's 2 lines of play there. You can preemptively get the days, or you can just wait till he goes for Gristlebrand and then get him there. Because the Rites isn't in his graveyard anymore, right? Because he flashed it back.
Correct.
He didn't have a Blade Splicer or something to get back with the second image?
He more than haunted it off. He got Evolving Wilds.
So he needed a green? Is that what he got?
He got an Holland.
Eastland, huh?
I think that was just his only worthy thing to get.
I thought he had a Blade Splicer in there.
He more than haunted it off.
Oh, now I understand what you've been saying the last 5 minutes.
I need to quit mumbling.
No, I just need to pay attention. So it gets in there for 3, right? Gets back a Wilds.
I also enjoyed Hardee's today. Ian is loudly progressing in the background.
Was it Hardee's or Arby's?
Hardee's.
Gee, I haven't eaten at Hardee's in a month of Sundays.
We had Arby's not too long ago. I'll eat one thing at Hardee's though. So.
Frisco Burger?
Yep.
That's the only thing I ever like to eat there too.
Fantastic taste, sir.
Well, I think he was going for the if this isn't any good, I lose, but then it accidentally fogged him a turn. I mean, he's not drawing dead here. He can draw Day of Judgment. Is he playing Terminus? Is he playing Damnation? Is he playing Upheaval 2 off? Just a 2 off. That's the perfect response to that. Is he playing this legal card? Yeah, but just 2 of them.
You don't want to be greedy.
Adam has every mana. So you just...
I had a haunt token. Good. Forces him to jump out.
Yep.
And Adam progresses even further in mana.
Why doesn't it kill though?
Yeah, should my haunt token be dead?
He wants to... He's like willing his deck to lose, but it just won't do it.
What are you yelling at him?
I don't know. This game is over.
That's because that haunt token. I'm going to yell at you guys.
He's chaining them together. He found the...
Right.
There's nothing he can get here. He has no cards in his hand. So they're not drawing anything. He's just flashing them back from out here. And Adam with still had all these type of rub in. Oh, Adam, ye of little magic etiquette. Recognizing the what I really wanted to do instead of beating you was beat you even better.
I'll show you what I was going to play tonight.
Huh? What were you going to play tonight, Max?
We're going to do a video deck between rounds.
Oh god, no. I was going to make somebody play me on the camera.
Oh, do you have, how much time is left?
Check that shenanigans out.
Probably 15 minutes or so.
I'm looking at a Grixis deck that immediately I'm drawn to the red removal, an Olivia, and Diabolic Revelation. Now tell me about this Diabolic Revelation plan.
It's a 1-up, and it goes and gets any of the 15 1-ups in the deck.
Is this the cancel that you traded from me?
Hell yeah, it is.
I'm going to attempt. I'm probably going to crash this again, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hold that up to that camera. Hey, like that. That's tier 1 altering, right? That's like hand alters or clues
I would never play Dissipate again.
I like the eyebrows on it.
I don't know who did it, but I need to get on one of them.
So tell me what I'm trying to do with this deck.
You stall the first 4 turns, and you start dropping obscene amounts
I
of
see a
mana,
Grave Titan.
Lotus.
I see. Tell me about this Archaeomancer.
Right.
Does it go with this card?
Yes, it
Which
does.
is Sorin's Vengeance? Is that how you're trying to win? Have you played this before?
I played a couple times. I played it mostly against Joseph here with his goblins, so it has kind of a hard time with the
Staff.
mana red.
I see a Staff of Nin
Yeah, it's my least favorite card in there.
and Gilded Lotus.
I was wondering where those were.
Well, there's 3 lotuses in it, and just once it gets to 5, it just jumps, turns and turns ahead of your
Are you
opponent.
playing the Metamorphs too?
No.
You know, like Lotus, Metamorph.
And have a lot of mana that
It's
doesn't.
very fun to play though. But you like your revelations for like 3 answers and an elixir, then you shuffle your deck back and just keep doing it over and over. It's very fun.
Well, if we have another match that ends quickly, you can go play Joseph or something. Do you know how much time is left in the round?
I have no idea.
Alright.
Got wrecked by Hunter though.
Playing green-white?
Yeah.
So are you 2-1?
Yeah.
So one more round left.
He got me down to 1 and then gut shotted me
Oh,
when I had game.
you didn't have him down to 2?
I had him down to 6.
Well, guys, are you taking a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Michael, let's discuss some more Return to Ravnica spoiler cards. You want to get in on that?
Godspeed.
We've already been over these bad boys. We've already been over these bad boys earlier tonight.
So you're going around the good door.
The door that opens all the way.
Yes.
You usually open. Yeah. All right, so we've already been over the 2 Planeswalkers and a Chromatic Lantern, which I think is the best card that's been spoiled so far. So let's look at the second round of cards. These are all, they're not mythics, they're not gold cards, but I think they speak a lot to the mechanics that we're seeing in the new set, as well as some of the deck types that are going to show up.
I think so.
I think clearly you're seeing a power creep with the Dryad Militant.
Yeah.
There's a cycle of 1-drops, right? I mean, you see the Slitherhead we'll get to later, but the Dryad Militant is likely going to be part of a cycle of 1-drops for each guild, I would imagine.
Yeah.
This card looks like it was specifically designed to beat
Blue-red.
Yeah.
Blue-red, yeah. It's a blue-red hoser.
Now joined by the living legend, Adam Vickers. We saw you out there, and what we liked the best was the stick rubbins at the end, where the winning wasn't good enough. You wanted the surgical extraction instead, and you told him as much.
I wanted so bad for me to get an unburial rights. Like I was praying, I was like, get an unburial rights. I want to make the greatest play and just be like, surgical extraction, whatever you're targeting. And you're just like, oh god. But
what about the part where you made a million Subtitans and just won?
You wanted to crush his spirit.
Yeah, and I had a question with like the spell skies and the phantasmal image. Apparently I didn't need the day at that moment, but I did. So
I don't know
get
what the interaction was.
But yeah, Sun Titan's pretty good.
Well, now you're in here. We've been going over in the downtime some of the new cards from Ravnica. We've already gone over the 2 new Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I think there's going to be one time with that new one. I'm going to be playing against a kid, and they're going to go, "I've never done this before." And they're going to make 3 assassins, and I'm going to lose the set of assassins because they made the magical phrase of, "I've never done this before."
That card is. I think that card's a lot more playable than. I think that card's really good. Actually, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
I think we were talking. Well, since we're talking about, we'll just go back to the cards that we were talking about earlier. We were talking about. All right, Max is playing Joseph. He's going to be upset because we're not going to show this, or we can just briefly talk about it. But Chromatic Lantern, I think, is the best card that's been spoiled so far because it makes 5-color control like just extremely viable.
I would think like 5 colors.
I'll tell you what, we'll get to the spoilers in a second. But poor Max.
Yeah, because Max has really worked on this.
He wanted. I feel so bad because like earlier in the week he's like, "Hey man, is it all right if I just commentate with you?" And I was like, "I literally, am I going to say no?"
Yeah.
But then when he got here, you could tell he really wanted to play. Because I think he was working on this deck for Amber to play, which is why.
We've worked on this deck all week, and I made some changes to it, and he dismissed them and went back to the changes that we had written on the back of a Chinese pickout menu.
I'm not.
Because it was
the best things in life come about in the back of Chinese.
Yeah, well, we looked up. It was a list Frank Lepore did with Gilded Lotus, and then I really liked what Sam Black had done with Blue-Black tap-out control.
Yeah.
So we kind of mixed it. I combined the decks together, and then Max kind of combined them because I really don't like Olivia that much, and
He's just playing one, right?
Yeah, and I think he shoved her back in there.
He did. It's in there.
Like I put Augur of Boluses in there, and the whole like elixir, and then the card that searches, and just get a lot of value.
Well, the card that searches is pretty neat because it basically just it's a win condition in
Well,
itself.
yeah, well, I mean,
If you have 7 mana or whatever, you just get whatever's going to win the
I
game.
get Karn and Nicol Bolas, and just like, well.
But is that because you're extreme baller time?
Yeah, it is, because I really, when I play against an opponent, I want them to cry.
You don't want to just win. You want to show them
Yeah,
that I could have surgical extraction.
Yeah, I could have surgical extraction.
Did you like that, Brandon, where he's like, I just beat you, but hey, guess what could have happened if you...
All these tasteless looting.
Unless it's a ladies that...
My next mate's still really, like, doing
Your deck is running slightly above expectation, slightly below expectation tonight.
Like,
Meanwhile, back to the thing. Max did Black Sun Away, Joseph's first board, and then Joseph, while Max was tapped out, played he played a Shrine, then cast 2 1-drops, and is now
pretty much has the most
murdered.
same identical board he had before the...
I think he just little half of the Arc Trail plus Spike Shot Elder on the Solemn.
But Max does have a bajillion mana.
Yeah. But that Shrine will just kill him at some point, won't it?
I would assume so.
I think it's on 7. Is that right?
Well, he has Elixir, so that may help, and Soren's Vengeance.
Hey Joseph, what's your shrine on? What's your shrine? What's it on?
Which
Yeah, because he doesn't play the 2-1.
Oh, he just plays Thorn's
Yeah, he
Vengeance.
played Thorn's Vengeance.
Yeah, he's reminding us he just plays Thorn's
Yeah.
Vengeance. So he's just going to win. He's playing that Archaeomancer, is that what
Yeah,
it is?
because he wanted to put Snapcaster, but with that deck, you keep wanting it to go to the graveyard, not remove. Because you want to get to the point
Where
where
you're
you
just
can
chaining
keep
them.
chaining, yeah. And it really needs unsummoned to bounce
And
your
whose deck is that?
It's a mixture of Frank Lapore's. He had it a while back on one of his videos, and then Sam Black had a straight blue-black that was more with the search, and it had Liliana's, stuff like that. And I wanted him to put Dreadic Satchel in there, but he told me...
That's game.
to
How
eat
do
it.
you like that? How do you like that? Bounce it back and cast it
so
at the
that's
same turn.
a little better than I think Snapcaster. It would have been cheaper, but I think our man's...
All right. Well, they're shuffling up again in their faux feature match. We already talked about these cards. Like I said, I think Chromatic Lantern is going to make that deck. And now we're talking about these like lower impact commons, uncommons. This Dryad Militant's obviously going to be a part of
Yeah, I don't think that's a
cycle.
low impact.
Well, I'm not, when I say lower impact, I mean that's the wrong word. You're right.
Like rarity?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But then also, I don't think people are talking. People right now are not bombarding Twitter with comments about Dryad Militant, but I think it's the same thing. Like a turn 1 a turn 2 Thalia is pretty good. I mean, this card is obviously designed with the current Delver builds in mind.
Well, yeah. Well, even if you...
Or Snapcaster in general, I
You
guess.
could even like turn 1 Judge Familiar, turn 2 Thalia, and then
That's the
even if you
question
follow
here.
up with that guy,
Yeah,
you're
let me ask this
shutting
question.
him down.
But right until just now, I was only thinking about this in Standard. How good is that card in Maverick?
Yes.
Pretty good because you can get it with Green Sun. Though you don't get your Green Sun back, I wouldn't. Well, yeah,
It never
you
goes
would.
to the
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
graveyard.
You get.
But I mean, this makes all your brainstorms and everything just...
I think even like a mono white deck might come out because Judge's Familiar. I mean, that's going to be pretty good in Legacy, and then with that in Legacy also.
I mean, that's just as good. I mean, I don't know where you'd find a spot for it because the one drops they want to play one drop. They want to play Mother Runes, or Green Sun for whatever, or Noble Hierarch. But I mean, maybe it's a sideboard card. Maybe it's a one of that you search for. I'm very excited about the Rakdos Shred Freak simply because right now Mono Red is not playable in my opinion. I just don't think it's good enough.
Yeah.
But
You think a 2/1 Haster is going to push it over the...
well, currently there's no good 2-drops to cast. The only good one is that Stormblood Berserker, which is fine.
Flunky!
Mog Flunkies is awful.
He'll rotate. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Mog Flunkies,
Yeah.
but the Berserker we've got for
But
another
I mean,
month.
if they're giving us at common a Grizzly Bear with haste, like that's a good sign of, Rakdos is pretty aggressive. All the cards I've seen so far have been pretty aggressive. And then the Slitherhead, I don't think it's that good simply because the Green-Black Zombies deck looks like, I mean, you're already going to, assuming you're going to
It's going to have better cards to
It's just
play.
going to have better 1-drops than that. But that Scavenge mechanic is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, well...
You just get a lot of value out of it. I mean, your dudes are good when they're dudes, and their dudes are good
Yeah,
when
and
they're
I think
dead.
since it's Scavenge for 0/2, I mean...
You can pitch it to that troll, the Grizzly Bear troll.
Yeah, and then pump it twice.
I think to really push this guy into like constructed playable, he would need to have like some kind of ability, like even just like Death Touch or something.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed he didn't have.
All right.
Or even
I've
Trample.
just heard that we're going to round 4, so we will take a brief break, and then we will come back with our win and in round.